Hey everybody, I'm here with my wonderful friend Sherri, and she is the shaman if you watched her video from last year. She does amazing things, and we're just recapping her last year. And she's going to let us know what she did that made the biggest difference, where she is now, and just generally share her awesomeness with us. Hi Sherri.
Hi, Rachel. How are you?
I'm really good. Thanks for doing this. I know it's not your favorite thing to do to be interviewed, but I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
hmm So, you've had a lot of change over the last year, and I know we were just discussing it, and it kind of surprised you even that all of that happened in 1 year.
Yes.
So, it's funny how things sneak up on us.
Yeah, looking back, I didn't realize it was only just the 1 year that it
hmm
had all been.
Yeah.
hmm
So, why don't you kind of guide us through what happened? So, last year, you had your meetup group, and they were meeting at your house. And was it
Yeah.
2 days? You had like the psychic night, and then you had a medium day, right?
I had the psychic training every week,
hmm
once a week, and then I had medium readings approximately once a month.
Okay, cool.
Mhm. But they were not really well attended, so I stopped doing them for a period of time, but now I've started again.
hmm
hmm
Nice. Yeah. And did you change anything, or is it exactly the same?
Um, I have changed some things, and we're going to see how those work out.
hmm
I am doing it more in terms of healing the relationships with those people who have passed.
Nice.
hmm
Awesome. So I know one of the really big accomplishments that you had is that now you have an office, right, outside of your home.
I I do. For about the past month and a half, I now have an office 1 day a week in Newtown
Nice.
at the Sound Center for Creative Arts, and that's kind of exciting.
Cool. And and I know that that was a big step for you. So what was it like going through the process of deciding that you wanted that?
Well, I knew that I was feeling the need to connect up with other people and work in closer proximity to other people who were doing the same type of thing that I was,
hmm
stepping out and working in the same field generally. Um, but it was a concern, obviously, because when you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of money to just throw around and take chances with.
Yep.
But I did it, and I am glad that I did. It seems like, and I can't even tell you exactly how it happened, but since that happened, I have had an uptick in my income, certainly enough to cover it,
Nice.
and that's been great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you made the move and then you were supported back.
Yes.
You know, that's exactly what happened to me when I first got in office. And it's the same place that you are in now. And when I first got there, I didn't have that much money coming in each month, like from a person coming to see me.
Right.
And then it was like, boom, it just kind of took off. So
Exactly.
that's really cool.
Yeah. And what I did have, I needed.
Right.
So, yeah. But it seems like I still have that, and now I have enough to cover the office too. So that's pretty exciting.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Um, and I know that you're also working more with your partner, Libby.
I am. She and I had started out doing house clearing, and have come across some very interesting cases. So we're learning as we go, and it's exciting,
hmm
and it feels like we're going in the right direction.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know you're very guided by spirit, and you tend to make all your decisions based upon that.
I try to. I certainly
Yeah.
try to.
What has that been like over the past year? And How involved is Spirit in helping you make these business decisions, like getting an office and working with Libby and um, bringing back the medium day? What's that been like?
Um, it's really a matter of listening and being willing to follow, because first you have to be willing to listen, which is sometimes a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you think you know what you're going to hear. But I find I often don't hear what I thought I was going to hear. And actually that makes it easier
Mm-hmm.
because it keeps your interest and makes it exciting. And then once you're willing to actually do it, sometimes it's a negotiation, like, okay, well, I have to do this, but how do I have to do that? And is there a way that I can do it without this, whatever that might be a little fearful?
Mm.
And sometimes you just have to feel the fear and do it anyway. But for the most part, it's really good.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Can you maybe give us an example of something that Spirit was guiding you to do, um, that you were afraid of, but you did anyway? Because I think that would be so helpful to hear.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I was concerned about when you're doing house clearing, particularly, there's always that concern of something coming home with you.
Right.
And so Spirit addressed that very early on, and then showed me over and over again that protection would always be there, and that's not something I need to worry about. But I would say more concerning than that really was helping people who had a spirit activity that was really to the point of going further and having like an attachment.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there are so many issues involved with that, and how was I going to, a lot of times we think Hollywood, you can go in there and, just, get rid of them, or, through some violent means, whatever, just get it done, get it over with, get it out of there. It doesn't necessarily work like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something that concerned me, was how was I going to take what I was beginning to understand and getting from Spirit about how to do that work and make it understandable to the people that I was trying to help.
Yeah, because that is a big concern. A lot of people think when they get a house clearing that you just come in, sweep a little stuff around, and then you're done. But really, it's a much different process than that. And so you really had to grow and learn how to translate that work to people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's almost like you have to be a combination of a healer and a teacher.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
It
I
is.
I think like being in business when you're guided by these spiritual urges to be in business, it's
Mm-hmm.
not like I grew up thinking I wanted to be a banker. I just knew I wanted to do my own thing, and same for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love how even when we're guided by our spirits, we're still being led to grow and to become more than we think we are.
Yep.
That is just that
Exactly.
makes me so excited.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That's
sharing that.
what makes it all worthwhile in the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you begin to see yourself from a different perspective. You begin to see yourself as capable of doing things you never even knew people did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And that just that totally it makes it so much more than just doing our work.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So is there anything else over the past year that you think could help people, relate to you and help them get started on their own journey?
Well, I would say that the biggest thing that you have to learn to do is to have faith that um, the one who calls you will guide you and support you every step of the way, so long as you remain engaged in that process.
So you're saying if people feel called to start on a journey of sharing their gifts or being in business for themselves, that they don't have to worry about kind of being left in the ditch. Like the clues will keep coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just keep paying attention, and pay attention because they will come in the most surprising ways that you never expected or even knew could be.
Yeah. So I know over the past year you've done at least 2 fairs, right? I invited you to one, which, by the way, you and Libby were the only ones who had a line all day.
Yeah, that was surprising. It really was.
Yeah, that was amazing. I didn't even get a chance to sit with either of you, and I wanted to.
Yeah.
You were working after the fair closed, I remember.
Yes, I was saying, please, can I just use the ladies' room? I promise I'll come back.
I know, it was incredible. And yeah, and so there was another one. How did you get invited to that first one? How did you know that was there?
It was a woman that Libby knew, and she actually ran that fair. And when she realized what we were doing, she was very excited and felt that it fit right in with the theme of that fair, which was an Earth Day celebration. And so she felt that the clearing of the land and clearing of homes and things like that was right in line with that. And she was excited to have us come because we're doing something so unique.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great clue. And I know to some people it may not seem like a clue because your partner knew the owner, but like sharing what you do and not judging others' reactions to it is so important, because in our line of work, I do business stuff, but I also am very openly psychic, and I may think that people would judge me and think I'm weird, but it's not always the case, and like you wouldn't necessarily think that you'd fit in at Earth Day, but here the runner of the event is thinking it's perfect.
Right.
So
exactly.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So we relied on her, and she was right. We fit right in.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yep. I love that. So I love your easygoing nature. You're just like, just listen, just follow along.
Yep.
You can negotiate if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do that too.
Please.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you want to add for us, or do you think we covered it?
The only thing I would add is that if you accept right up front that it's going to be a roller coaster ride, but worth it in the end, then just, you're not going to have all your ducks in a row. You don't have to have all your ducks in a row. Just take that leap of faith and let it take you. See where you go. It's going to be exciting, even though it does have its scary moments. It's going to be exciting, and I feel well worth it in the end.
Nice. Do you do any kind of distance work with people? Do you do?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, great. So your link is below your picture during this interview, but everybody go and check out shamanlady.com because Sherri's amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, well, thank you so much, Sherri. I really appreciate this.
Thank you for having me, Rachel. It was wonderful.
Great.